As of this current week, which is, well, technically it's February 4th on the charts, but today it is January 24th. Again, the charts are always a week ahead of what the actual week is, but again, that's Billboard for you. So anyhow, as of this week, Bad and Bougie remains at number one, which is by Migos featuring Lil Uzi Vert. Now, a lot of people have been saying, or at least some of the big publications are claiming that, Migos is the next Beatles or the Beatles of our generation. And there's been some debate about this, so I'm here to give my take on it. Now, let me just start by saying that I actually do like Migos. Not just for laughing at them, really, but I actually legitimately like their style. Now, granted, I don't like everything about them. Sounds like Versace, for that matter. But, I mean, Migos, you have to admit, they were pretty unique when they first came out with that kind of, like, trap flow, the kind of that broken flow that's not necessarily fluid. Like, I love the Atlanta trap style. Now, granted, they may have not been the first rappers to do it, but I think they were the first ones to make it popular. I mean, Future had been around before that, but he's more in the mumble rap category. As with Migos, you can actually understand what they're saying. And now Migos, to give a little brief history on them, they became popular around 2013 with Versace. Again, they had done more songs before that, and then the Drake remix came on. That was even more popular. And they've had hits like One Time or Fight Night or now Bad and Bougie. I mean, you name it now. Migos has been really raking it up. So anyhow, do I think they're the new Beatles? No, and I'll tell you why. You see, with the Beatles, when they first came onto the scene, to tell you the truth, the Beatles, everyone thinks that they're so original, they've done their own thing. Towards the second half of their career, I think, during the first half of the Beatles' career, they really tried to copy off the old, American rock, like Chuck Berry, Little Richard. They wanted to be like them, and a lot of their early music kind of sounds like that. And now, granted, and also, another thing about Migos is, on the other hand, is, they talk about a lot of themes that a lot of other rappers do, but their flow is distinctive to them. I have never really heard any other rapper try to copy their flow and be understandable at the same time. Sure, you have rappers like Rich Homie Quan, Young Thug that try to copy it, but you don't understand what the hell they're saying. And also with Migos, they have a sense of personality in a way. You could tell that each one of them they're different. Without one of them, a song may or may not work necessarily that well. But with the Beatles, this is going to be controversial, but I think all of them, when it comes to singing, they sound kind of the same. I mean, then again, that was pretty common back in the 60s to have a lot of singers in a band kind of sound the same. I mean, yeah, so that's just my opinion. And plus with Migos, I don't think they haven't had, and I don't think they ever will have the chart and sales success as the Beatles did. Because, the Beatles, I think they appealed to a lot of people since their music was pretty clean, pretty innocent at the time, and by today's standards. I mean, at the time, who knows, there were religious groups burning up their music or whatever. But with the Beatles, they appealed to a mass crowd of people. Children could listen to them. With Migos, on the other hand, though, they may sell well, but they can't get the mass appeal outside of the young demographic, as a lot of older people can't even stand regular rap, rather than the Atlanta scene, for that matter. So, the older scene, and plus people who don't like rap, really, because rap, I think, is one of those genres that's still fairly new, in the sense, people haven't fully grabbed onto it yet. A lot more people than, 20 years ago, but still, Migos, they've done a great job in making it more accessible and more popular, but I don't think they're going to ever be the Beatles, because there's only one Beatles, really, there, and there'll be only one Migos. So yeah, that's my little take on it. If you guys want any more Migos reviews, just put your comments down below. Till again, this is Ian Ward signing off. Thankful to be alive and see people tomorrow. Bye.